Hello again, it's me, Tim, the Mega Retro Geek, coming right at you. Welcome to another edition of the Retro Geek Recap. This is awesome. Gotta say, it's October already, and we're ready to rock it out. I've actually been extremely busy, but don't worry, I got everything back on track the way it's meant to be. And I just want to thank you for tuning in tonight. Ooh, pardon me, a little bit of lunch still left over. My apologies. So, automatically, you gotta have your scary games. You gotta have everything loaded, locked and loaded. There's a couple of favorites of mine. My personal favorite one is definitely the Resident Evils and the Silent Hill series. But another one that was unbeknownst to me that I kind of missed out over the years, but I finally kind of came back to it, was Midway's beloved, The Suffering and the Suffering, the Ties That Bind. The Suffering is pretty much what would happen if you combined, pretty much Silent Hill with a crossover of just psychological, just real trippy stuff. And it's really cool because you're like in a prison inmate. So there's a lot of cool stuff, and you have the decision of becoming good or evil. I mean, it's pretty cool. But one of a kind of series. But I do wholeheartedly recommend The Suffering if you can find it. If you have the Xbox 360 laying around, this is backwards compatible, but sadly part 2 is not. So you're gonna have to pretty much dig through some PS2 or original Xbox system if you have it. And I do recommend them. So the biggest topic I will have to say is essentially a review of this awesome throwback to the original Xbox controller, aka the Duke. This is like a G1 remaster, if you want to call it, for the Xbox One and the PC. The beauty of it, it does work on PC, and it actually lights up real cool. It shows its entire logo. The cool part, when you touch it, yeah, this little bugger actually loads up the whole thing. And it looks really cool. Hyperkin is just an astounding company, and they do all kinds of cool projects. But the beauty of this is actually playing it, and it feels exactly as you remember it, if you do. And I'm pretty sure that most of my viewers do, because I mean they're pretty much either you guys in our mid-20s or 30s and so forth and so on. But this is the big one. I love this controller. It was so badass. It had a terrible D-pad. I will admit it was terrible. But when it comes to first-person shooters, this is the proper way to play the original Halo, one and only. And I got even the dang box it came in was massive. So there it is, Hyperkin's The Duke. Duke controller actually retails approximately between $69.99 to $79.99, depending on who actually sells it. I know GameStop Corporation actually sells these bad boys now. They have a new translucent green one. It looks really sexy. And I got a red one and an orange one coming up later on down the road. But I got this actually at a very solid price for $50. And I'm very happy with it. I tested out Halo Anniversary Edition on my Xbox One, and God, it just like I had to put it back to the original graphics and just to get that nostalgic feel of what it was like. I just turned 21, and I just got the Xbox, and I was just cramming. And this is the first controller we had, so that was it. And the precision of this bad boy. Oh my God. If you like first-person shooters, especially on PC, I do recommend this bad boy. But pretty much, I mean, there's also better controllers, I do agree, but it has rumble feedback. It actually has the exact same positions of the original buttons. And the cool part, for people who use the extra buttons, they actually added them real quick, just in case. Or if you don't like it like that, these two little guys, the black and white buttons, actually do the exact same thing as well. So I do recommend that. And secondly, the biggest thing that happened this week is the return of the beloved Megaman. Megaman finally launched on PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch, and the PC. Megaman's back in action, and I gotta say, everybody's gone ballistic. It's just great. It's just like we were kind of worried. I gotta admit, for the retro community, we were extremely worried because the fact of the matter is this series was kind of like in a lockdown for over 8 years. After the release of Mega Man 10 on the PS3 and the Xbox 360, we never heard the light of day of it. Just re-releases, compilation disc of like the old games over and over again, and we got kind of burned out. After the original creator left, which was kind of tragic, but I mean, things happen. I mean, but remember, kids, it's just strictly business, nothing personal. So basically, if somebody's treating you unfair at a job, please move on, find something better. That's the only thing I can strongly recommend. But Mega Man's back, and I swear, it's just like it doesn't skip a beat. And the one thing I do like about it, I will say, is the backstory. There's more backstory to the origin story of Dr. Light and Dr. Wily, for those who remember. But yeah, I do wholeheartedly recommend that one. And apparently, also, speaking of NES classics like Mega Man and stuff like that, there is a brand new NES game coming out next spring, I believe. It's called Micro Mages, and it looks like a cross between, kind of like, it reminds me of Goonies just a little bit, but with a hint of like exploration where you go back and forth. but it looks really cool. But check it out, Micro Mages. I saw there's a YouTube video on it right now if you want to check it out. And in tragic news, the biggest I just found out this morning, actually about this later this afternoon. Will Benton passed away. For those who don't know Will Benton was a clay animation animator, and he spawned off so many beautiful nostalgic ideas, especially like the California raisins in the 80s, the Noid from the Pizza Hut commercial, or actually, sorry, Domino's commercials, my apologies, because everybody said to avoid the Noid back in the 80s, so he did that one. He also did a very bizarre Mark Twain cartoon, and so forth and so on. He did mostly a lot of commercials, I've noticed, too, and honestly, it's a real tragedy because that was a huge part of my childhood, and his animation style was just so fluid. I mean, it's just like wow. I mean, to me, Will Benton was on par of Ray Harryhausen, who made Jason and the Argonauts, King Kong, and I'm pretty sure these two guys actually kind of. I guess Will Benton learned some tricks from him. Because I thought they were good friends. I'm not 100% sure, but we can't quote me on that. Yeah, but if you can correct me, please do, because I think they did have some kind of connection together because they were both in the same style of animation. Because I can't believe he just passed away today. So that kind of broke my heart. Moving on, we actually have some cool gifts. I actually won some really sweet stuff from a good friend of mine from Canada. I don't know her exact name, but she was really nice enough to send me this envelope. And thank you greatly for this. I'm very excited to find out exactly what these little things are. And you're about to find out too as I open this little bad boy up. And these are... Ooh. Oh wow. They are Super Mario sticker decals. How cute. See, there you go. Little decals. I got tons on there. It says Super Mario. Got little question marks. All kinds of cool stuff too. So yeah, won this because it was a giveaway on Instagram, which was really cool. I think she left me a note too. I hope she did. Maybe. Congratulations on the winning. Thanks for the following me. Miss Allison. Okay, Miss Allison, thank you so much greatly. As an honor. I was really surprised that I got picked to be one of the winners. But that's cool, man. So 11 wall decals. That's cool. I don't know where I'm going to put them, but I love them so much. I would feel weird just like to take them out of their perfect little packaging too. But cool. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Okay. And that's really about it. All we have right here. We did get some really interesting gifts too, which is really cool. I got to show off. My best friend in the world, his name is Justin. He actually sent me an early birthday gift. He sent me some customized ceramic coasters with some awesome Mario characters on there. I'm gonna show those off real quick. There's, yeah, of course, Waluigi and Yoshi and Bowser's hand, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and of course you gotta have Mario, Luigi, Toad, Peach, and Rosalina, and there's Bowser again. So those are really cool. They're real ceramic too. Listen to that. It's pretty cool. Handmade, custom made. Looks like. And the coolest thing for the Doom fans, this was really cool. I think it's from actually a loot crate or something like that. But it's a bottle opener of a Carcodeman. It doubles as a magnet too. So it's really freaky from the actual new Doom game that was released in 2016. And it's a magnet too, so you can stick it on your fridge. Real heavy little sucker too. So please don't drop that on your foot, because youch. Next up, give me some flyers from Frisco, Texas, for the Texas Pinball Museum, which looks really radical. Like, apparently they have an event coming up in March or something like that. And the biggest surprise for me was a couple of these little guys. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Da-da-da-da. These little tiny Capcom figurines from Arcade Classics. I do recommend them, and I never heard of them, but Eugen is the name of the company. They're little tiny little figurines. Like, here's one of, let's see, this is from Wolf of the Battlefield. We've noticed this is Commando from the NES days and arcade days. There's a little tiny Megaman. That was really cool. I like that one, because it actually has their actual Japanese on it, because this one actually says Rock Band on the side. Let's see, this is from Exit Eyes. Another shoot 'em up, space shoot 'em up. Oh, Sidearms, the little robots. That was really cool. kind of get detail on that one. Next up, we have the actual plane from 1942, the actual game, and just like how it has it embroidered on there too, the actual logos. Oh, my favorite one right now is definitely Ghosts and Goblins, or in Japan they call it Demon World Village or Dai Makamura. But it's really cool. It even has the red armor little gremlin dude. And the Sansan. Sansan. Many people actually didn't know who Sansan was until Marvel vs. Capcom 2 came out in America. That little monkey girl, yeah, this is where she originated from. This beloved arcade classic. And yeah. Oh, and finally, Pirate Hingimaru, the little barrel tossing little game. Kind of reminds me a lot of Pac-Man, but it's cool how he has his own little barrel on the side just for kicks. There was 8 of those little figurines. And he also gave me a gift card to GameStop. So that was a really awesome birthday gift, Justin. I really deeply appreciate it, man. That was really awesome. But that's all I got for the night, guys. And I want you to thank you so much for tuning in. And do me one last favor. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And do me one last favor. Stay retro, my friends.